So in today's video, we're going to be teaching you guys how you can use PALETOOLS over on iOS and iPhone to allow you to go and build hundreds of 10x85 SBCs in no time. So between now and the 6th of October, I'm going to be uploading a daily free EAFC 25 trading guide. This will include everything to do on the web app to make as many coins as possible with both trading and investing. I'll be talking about the full release, what we expect to see regarding the market, and there'll also be a daily updated investing guide, all in there, updated every day for free. No gimmicks whatsoever, all you gotta do is click on the Google Docs link on the top link of the description. So without further ado, let's go and show you guys how you can go and download PALETOOLS and build SBCs really fast over on iOS. Now if you guys are on desktops, like laptop, computer sort of thing, I do have a tutorial that was out yesterday, but this is for iOS because iOS is slightly different in both downloading PALETOOLS and then using it. So let's go through how we're going to go and download PALETOOLS, because as you can see right here at the top we've got PALETOOLS on our web app, but obviously you don't have that defaultly. So the first thing you actually need to do is make sure you just log into the web app, just log in normally. If you're not sure what your login details are, you can find the email, at least in terms of login details, by going over to your console, then going left before you log into Ultimate Team, so it's got the menu of all the games on it, and then what you're going to go and do is you're going to go and click on the accessibility, and then you're going to go and find yourself online settings, and then you're going to go and find yourself privacy and online settings from there. So, and then you should be logged in the web app. Once you're logged in the web app, you can see again it's just the normal web app right here, nothing crazy. All you've got to do is just go and type in the browser, just go and type in EAFC web app, and more likely than not the first one that pops up is going to be the legit one. Yeah, the top one right here, this is the web app that I'm logged in on. So that's the first thing you need to do, is make sure on one browser you are logged in on the web app, in which I am. In the second browser, what you need to make sure you do is head over to PALETOOLS. So what you need to do is head over to Safari and type in PALETOOLS. Now you do want to be doing this all on PALETOOLS. I believe you can do it on Chrome, but I think it's a little bit more awkward, so for the sake of it being easy, I recommend doing it all over on Safari. This isn't done on the companion app itself on iOS, it's done all via using Safari and using the web app. So then you want to head over and type in PALETOOLS. So then you can see at the top right there, we've got ourselves PALETOOLS. You want to be using this one. Now there are some there are some websites out there, sorry, that apparently are like non-legit ones. The dev of PALETOOLS himself literally commented saying, please make people aware that there are, non-legit versions of PALETOOLS out there. So you want to be using the one that we've got right here, which is PALETOOLS, or https://pale.tools. So you want to go and click on that. You're then going to be taken to the home menu of PALETOOLS. You've got PALETOOLS v24, PALDroid, and Inject Companion app. What you're going to be doing is clicking on the top left one there, which is PALETOOLS v24. That's then going to go and take you to this menu. And then what you want to do is, this is where it gets a little bit difficult, so I guess I'll try and go for this as slow as possible. With one finger, you want to be clicking on the second hyperlink there. So the top hyperlink is PALETOOLS v.24.0.48. But what we want to be doing is clicking with our finger and holding on down onto PALETOOLS mobile v24.0.48. So I'm going to click on it, I'm going to hold it down, and then you need to drag it away. Okay, so my finger is still on the screen right now, and it has dragged away the link. Okay, so with one finger, and you want to make sure this finger is held down. So again, what you want to be doing, I'll just do that again. You want to go and click on the second link, hold it down, and then drag it away. And you should get it popping up in like a bubble box like this, which means you've successfully selected the link. Now what you need to do with another finger is to go and click on the book at the bottom. So at the bottom of your iPhone or whatever, you can have backwards, forwards, you can have the share button, you can have the bookmarks button, you can have the get another tab button. What you want to do whilst holding down this link still with one finger, you then want to go and click on the bookmarks bar. And what this is going to do is it's going to load up your bookmarks. Now obviously you're not going to have PALETOOLS already on there. So now what you're going to do, again this finger is still holding down the link, you're going to drag this link down to the bookmarks and then let go of it. And you can see that it's now added PALETOOLS to my bookmarks. So again, I'm going to go through that all again because this is the part people struggle with. We're going to click on the second to top link, we're then going to drag it away so it's in this box, then with another finger we're going to click on bookmarks, we're then going to drag this link down here and add it to our bookmarks. And now we successfully have added PALETOOLS to our bookmarks. Now what we're going to do is going to head back to the web app. Hopefully we do have the web app already logged in. So again, you want to make sure you're logged in on the web app. I think mine's been a bit funny. There we go, we're logged in. Now, it's not going to automatically have PALETOOLS downloaded here. Okay, you are still going to have to enable PALETOOLS basically. So we're going to load it up, and you can see it's the basic web app. There's no, PALETOOLS or message at the top. which means at the moment I don't have PALETOOLS on the web app. So to enable PALETOOLS on the web app, I'm now going to click on the bookmarks, I'm now going to click on PALETOOLS, it's going to refresh, and you can see right there at the top it now says PALETOOLS v24.0.48. This means that I've successfully enabled PALETOOLS. You don't really download on the web app. Someone asked me in a recent comment section, how do I remove PALETOOLS if you've downloaded on your iPhone? I think they're a little bit worried about viruses and that lot. Heads up regarding viruses and all that lot, there has been no reports about people being hacked, having viruses and that lot. The only thing there is there's a bit of confusion around soft bans in terms of, and I'll answer this in a bit, and it's basically just, it only lets you do these many SBCs every 24 hours, but it's not like bans and stuff like that. So now we've downloaded PALETOOLS successfully, we're now going to go and sort out the settings, because there's quite a fair few settings you want to go and play around with. So in the top left, you want to go and click on the settings cog. You then are going to go and choose PALETOOLS, so the top one on this menu, and it's going to take you to this PALETOOLS menu. So there are a bunch of sort of settings we want to enable. First one is going to be auto reclaim SBC rewards, that's going to be the second one down. I then don't recommend using Babysitter. Babysitter doesn't really do anything. It only allows you to do one SBC every 30 seconds. This doesn't stop you being SBC suspended. It doesn't allow you to do any more SBCs than you would do otherwise. I just personally don't recommend using it. The numbers are you can do 63 SBCs every hour and 256 every 24 hours, although we'll go onto that a little bit more down the line. Recommend adding, then scroll down and you want to add decimal rating. So this is going to show you to a decimal point what sort of rating your SBC is, and can be very useful, especially at the beginning. You're then going to want to enable, disable pack opening animation. This is just going to be when you open your 10x85s, it's a lot faster. If you want to keep that on for some sort of anticipation, go crazy. You then want to go duplicate to SBC, and you want to go and change the setting here from position to lowest to highest. You then want to scroll down. A lot of this stuff is pretty useless. You want to scroll through all those leagues. You then want to make sure lock players enabled. This is going to allow you to save players without accidentally putting them into SBCs. We're then going to go and scroll down. And I don't enable pack opener because it gives you some warning, and we try and stay away from anything dodgy or that can increase the chance of us being banned. Again, there aren't really any reports regarding people being banned. I think the worst thing at the moment is very few, we're talking like 1 in probably tens and hundreds of thousands, said they received like a 7-day suspension. And even that can't fully be credited down to PALETOOLS, and it can't fully be credited down to them only building SBCs. They might have used the sniping extension, and so on and so on. We're then going to scroll down. All of this is good to leave. SBC enhancer, we don't really touch that. SBC template builder, these are all default, we're happy with that. Then we're going to go and also switch transfer list to SBC by low to high, and then we're also going to go and put unassigned SBC low to high. So those are going to be the settings you're going to want to go and use for PALETOOLS on iOS. Now let's go and talk about how we're going to go and build the 10x85s. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to go to the SBCs, and the first thing we want to go and do is make sure the 10x85 is favorited. The reason for this is if we don't go and favorite it, every single time we want to do the SBC, we're going to have to scroll down, find it, click on it. Then once we've done the SBC, we're going to get kicked back out, and then we're going to have to scroll down. Well, if we go and favorite the SBC every single time, it's just going to be our favorites. There we go. So we're going to go and favorite the SBC. God, it's painful. We're going to go and favorite the SBC. No. We're going to go and favorite the SBC. There we go. And now the SBC is in our favorites. So every time we go and complete this SBC, it's going to be right there. We're not going to have to go and scroll down and find it. Which potentially, if you favourite stuff as slow as I do, maybe it isn't as efficient. So now we're going to go and click on the SBC, and you can see it's empty right here. So we are going to go and build a template. To build a template, you see there is a pitch in a white circle. We're going to go and click on that. We're going to then scroll all the way down to the bottom of this menu, and we are going to go to Edit SBC Template. We've got no template here, but do not worry, I'm going to walk you through what we're going to do. First thing we're going to do is going to add 5 things to our template. So to do that, we're going to press Add 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now, it's a very simple template, so do not worry. The first thing we're also going to do right here is we're going to set every single one of these ratings to low to high. The reason I'm going to set every single one of these ratings low to high is because I'd prefer them using 7 rated team of the seasons than using like my 95 or whatever. So all of these ratings are now low to high. Happy days. The second thing we're going to go and also select is ignore player positions on every single one. The reason we're going to press ignore player positions on every single one is because if you don't do that, it's only going to put goalkeepers in the goalkeeper spot, centre backs in the centre back spot, and it's just not going to efficiently build your SBCs. If you're going to have duplicates that don't fit certain positions, it's not going to put them in. But if you go and enable this, it just will put anyone anywhere, which is perfect because you don't need chemistry for the SBC. So the top one is going to be our few golds. Obviously these packs give off 10 times 85, which means at minimum you're going to need one more gold to fill it up, sometimes more if you're saving players. I basically put this minimum to 75 and player count to 5. You want to specifically do this one first as well because there's a higher chance that you'll pack a duplicate team of the season down the line than you won't pack a duplicate team of the season down the line. So it's more efficient to put that one first. Quality, I leave this. I don't mind if it uses non-res. I don't care if it uses res. I don't care if it uses Sudamericas. I don't care if it uses Libertadores. Just use the lowest rated I have in my club. So that's that. Now we're going to scroll down to here and we're going to put player count to 1 for the rest of them. So the top one, the player count was 5 because that's on non-res. The player count is going to be 1 for all of these because it is going to be our different sort of team of the seasons. Now, sadly there is not a sort of quality on here that allows you to use one of any team of the season. What you have to do is you have to manually add one of every team of the season unless you're very confident you're going to get one specific. So if you're really confident that you would just consistently get the base team of the season, not the live, not the plus, not the moment, then you could just add that one. But because I'm not confident that you can guarantee that you get one specific sort of team of the season, I add one of each to the bench, and then there's always going to be some on the bench. So what we're now going to do is we're going to head to that second to top one. So the top one's all done. And now we're going to go here to quality, we're going to go special, we're then going to head to rarity, and we're going to go and find that first team of the season. Sadly, it is a little bit awkward to find compared to the console because there's no cards, it's all just text, but it's all good. So the first one I found right there is live team of the season. It does not matter what order you do these in, just make sure you get every version of team of the season. So we've got live team of the season, we've then got team of the season normal, head down there, special quality. We're then going to go and find ourselves team of the season live, I believe was the next one. There's the last one, moments. Team of the season plus, sorry. So we've got team of the season plus, team of the season, live team of the season, which means the last one we need to set is team of the season moments. There we go, and the game will explain in a second why we want all of these. And now we're going to go and, well, that's basically our, that is our thing completed. So we've got team of season moments, 1 player there. Team of season plus, 1 player count there. Team of the season, 1 player count there. There we go. So now what we're going to do is we are going to go and press save, and that is going to go and save our SBC. So now that we've built the template, what we want to go and do is we want to go and head back into the SBC, and then we want to press build using SBC template. Depending on how good your iPhone is or how good the processor is, depends how long it will take. And you can see right there, it's just going to fill up a whole team with non-rares and team of the seasons. Now this obviously isn't what we're going to want every single time, but for the first one, it's kind of what you have to have. So now what I recommend doing is filling up the rest of the squad just with high rated gold rares. And again, this is literally only going to happen for the first time or the first one you go and build. From then onwards, you'll be able to see that it's going to be a lot more efficient. So I'm just going to go and add a bunch of high rated rares. So that'd be nice. There we go. And I say, do not worry because this is only for the first one. So I'd say that's probably enough high rated rares. So let's go and drag them on. Also, what I'm going to want to probably do is save some of those team of the seasons because team of the seasons are gold dust when it comes to this. There we go. And there we go. So the first SBC is done. You can also see at the top we've got that rating decimal point. So if I wanted, I knew I could actually save a little bit more rating because the rating is 86.73. So for example, that means that, I mean, if I wanted to go and save, it's not going to bug. If I wanted to go and save Harry Kane for some reason for Neymar, you can see it goes from an 86.73 to an 86.55. Likewise, I could probably switch out maybe one of the high-rated golds for maybe a non-rare. So that kind of allows you to save a bit more in fodder if you care about that, but personally I can care less. So now what we're going to do is submit the SBC because now the process is really fast. We're going to head to the store, and to quote Blue Peter, here's one I did earlier. And we're going to go and open up our pack. So in our pack, it skips the pack animation, we go and get ourselves 99 Rodman, but the whole pack is duplicates because I've done a lot of SBCs. So now because the SBCs sometimes glitch out a little bit, what I recommend doing is heading to the SBC menu. If you get this, just double click on the cog in the top right, it'll take you to settings and then it'll get you back on the SBCs. Again, it's a little bit glitchy and I believe it's because, I don't know, iOS. So now what we're going to do is we're going to click on the pitch. We're now going to click on, we're now going to scroll down and press use duplicate players. Because that whole pack was duplicates for me, I don't want to, I want to use them all back in the SBCs. So we've got the whole duplicate players there. We're now going to click on it again. We're going to press build using SBC template. And what it's now going to do is it's going to go and put those non-rares and team of the seasons, hopefully on the bench. And there we go. So there's our team done. Quite high rated. I guess if I wanted to save it, I could go and maybe switch out some players, but these are my dupes in the end of the day. And then we're just going to go and submit the SBC. We're then going to head to the store, and this is basically the cycle. We then go and open up our pack. Lovely. Ji-Sung Park. Store that in the club. We're then going to head to SBC. We need to double click on the cog because it just for some reason displays the SBC. We're then going to head up here. We're then going to press use duplicate players. We're then going to click on again, build using SBC template. We had a dupe team of the season, so it's a lot faster. Now we're back at the store. We're heading to the packs. We click on this again, we store. We then head to SBC. For some reason the SBC is there, so we don't even have to worry about double clicking on it. We then press use duplicate players. We then click on it again, build using SBC template. And there we go. You can see that we are in a very fluid system now. And as long as you do not run out of team of seasons, you should be all good. But I'd be quite surprised if you do run out of team of seasons. And you can see that we are literally checking off players from our, I guess, team footies cards we don't have like there's no tomorrow. Got there eventually. And there we go, that is the process. Now, eventually what's going to happen is you're going to do so many SBCs, and like I said earlier, you can only do 63 SBCs every hour. Well, as soon as you start doing, as soon as you do more than 63 SBCs every hour, the game's going to basically say that you're soft banned. You are not banned whatsoever. Some people get, a bit scared and they'll be in the comments saying, oh, I've been banned, and then I'll be like, okay, come back 24 hours, are you still banned? And they'll say no, and this is basically what happens. You enter a soft ban. So EA limits the amount of things you can do on FIFA every 24 hours. For example, you can only play, I think it's about 16 games every hour. You can only complete 63 SBCs every hour. You can only list, I think, 500 cards every hour. And the reason they do this is basically to stop there being exploits. So if you could do unlimited actions unlimited amount of times, if there's exploits, then you can really, really exploit them. But obviously, if you put limits in, there's only so many times you can do stuff. So they do that for SBCs. I don't know why, because obviously, I guess maybe in theory, if there was some tradable sort of SBC that was glitched and you could do unlimited amount of times. Yeah, there's limits. But there's kind of ways of getting around the limits. First way of getting around the limits is different devices, to an extent, have a different limit. So, for example, I can do 265 or 256 SBCs every 24 hours on the web app. I can do 256 SBCs every 24 hours on the Android companion app. I can do 256 SBCs every 24 hours on the console. And then on top of that, I can do another 256 SBCs per device if I have next gen. If you've got next gen FIFA, I think the Ultimate Edition, and you switch from next gen version of FIFA to the old gen version of FIFA, and then back out of the Ultimate Team, and then log on to the web app, you've now unlocked the old gen web app, which means you get to do another 256 SBCs every hour. Likewise, you can do another 256 SBCs on your console. Likewise, you can do another 256 SBCs on the Android companion app. So, you can do a lot of SBCs, but you've just got to know the ways around it. And again, the first way around it is just use a different, I guess, mode of using the web app. So you've got three. You've got the companion app, you've got the web app, which is here, and then you've got using the console. And then the way of getting additional ones is by whatever version of FIFA you're last logged in on. So if you logged in on FIFA, logged in an Ultimate Team on old gen, backed out, you've got an old gen web app. You logged into FIFA on next gen, you backed into Ultimate Team, backed out, you now have the next gen version of the companion app. And so on and so on. If you're on PC, your three ways of doing it is you've got the web app, and then if you go and check on my previous video, I do talk about a hidden way of doing it using something called BlueStacks. But I think, I think that is about it for the video. I say, hopefully this has gone and helped. If you are new here, do make sure to drop us a sub. We do all the sort of FIFA tutorials on it. Anything that's awkward and anything that I think you have to kind of Google search and YouTube search, we provide tutorials for. Awkward objectives, where you have to like link up your EA account to Twitch and so on and so on. We have tutorials for. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you guys tomorrow with a brand new video.